Scene script. Have you ever wondered why self-love seems so elusive, almost like a mirage in the desert of life? It's a question that may have crossed your mind as you navigate the various challenges and milestones that life presents. You see, self-love is not merely a trendy hashtag or a buzzword thrown around in motivational speeches. It's an essential ingredient for a fulfilling life, a balm for the soul that can heal wounds and build resilience. But what exactly is self-love? It's the unconditional affection, respect, and care you give to yourself, just like the love you'd extend to your closest friends or family. It's about acknowledging your worth and accepting yourself, flaws and all. It's about setting boundaries, saying no when you need to, and prioritizing your well-being. Self-love is crucial for mental health. It's the antidote to self-doubt, self-criticism, and negative self-talk that can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. When you love yourself, you're more likely to take care of your mental health, seek help when needed, and practice self-care. It's also vital for productivity. When you value yourself, you're more likely to invest time and energy into activities that nurture your skills and passions. You're more likely to strive for your goals, not out of a sense of obligation or fear of failure, but because you genuinely want to grow and succeed. However, it's important to differentiate self-love from narcissism or selfishness. While narcissism involves an inflated sense of self-importance and a lack of empathy for others, self-love is about respecting yourself while also respecting others. It's about being kind to yourself without being unkind to others. Similarly, self-love is not about disregarding others' needs or feelings. It's about balancing your needs with others, understanding that it's okay to prioritize yourself sometimes. It's not an excuse to hurt or neglect others, but a reminder to also care for yourself. The journey to self-love begins with understanding what it truly means. And now, having grasped its essence, let us delve deeper into why self-love matters, how we struggle with it, and ways to cultivate it. Because after all, you are worth every bit of the love you give to others. So, why does self-love matter? Why should you care about loving yourself? Well, let's start by painting a picture. Imagine you're a tree. If you don't provide yourself with the right soil, sunlight, and water, you're going to wilt. In the same way, self-love is the nourishment we need to flourish in life. It acts as the soil, sunlight, and water for our personal growth. Self-love is not just about feeling good about ourselves, it's a fundamental part of our well-being. It affects how we make decisions, how we interact with the world, and our relationships with others. When we love ourselves, we set healthy boundaries and standards for ourselves. This influences the decisions we make and the people we choose to surround ourselves with. We're less likely to settle for less than we deserve, and more likely to strive for what truly makes us happy. Moreover, self-love alters how we perceive the world around us. When we have a deep sense of love and respect for ourselves, we tend to view the world through a more positive lens. We can better appreciate the beauty in our surroundings and find joy in our daily lives. On the flip side, a lack of self-love can lead to self-sabotage, unhealthy relationships, and a negative outlook on life. Without self-love, we may find ourselves constantly seeking validation and approval from others, which can lead to a cycle of disappointment and hurt. It can also cause us to make poor decisions that don't serve our best interests. Furthermore, a lack of self-love can exacerbate feelings of self-doubt, anxiety, and depression. It can keep us stuck in a rut, unable to move forward and reach our full potential. So you see, self-love is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the foundation upon which we build a fulfilling, contented life. Without self-love, you're like a ship without a compass, adrift in life's stormy seas. And who would want to set sail without a reliable guide? So let's explore how we can cultivate this essential ingredient for a thriving life. But if self-love is so important, why do so many people struggle with it? This question often lingers in the minds of many. You see, there are several barriers that make self-love a challenge. One of the most common barriers is societal expectations. We live in a world that is constantly telling us how we should look, behave, and live. These pressures can be incredibly overwhelming and can lead to a distorted self-image. We start to believe that we are not enough as we are, and that we need to change to fit into the mold that society has created for us. This, in turn, makes it difficult for us to embrace and love ourselves fully. Another significant barrier is past trauma. Traumatic experiences can leave deep emotional wounds that affect our ability to love ourselves. It's like trying to see your reflection in a shattered mirror. The image is distorted, fragmented, and hard to make out. The pain and hurt from the past can make us feel unworthy of love, including our own. Then we have negative self-talk, another formidable barrier to self-love. How often do we belittle ourselves, criticize our actions, or doubt our capabilities? This constant internal dialogue can erode our self-esteem over time, making it harder for us to appreciate and love ourselves. These barriers, societal expectations, past trauma, and negative self-talk, can distort our perception of ourselves. We start to see ourselves through a lens of inadequacy and unworthiness. It's like being stuck in a hall of mirrors, where every reflection is a distorted version of who we truly are. But here's the thing, these are just perceptions, not reality, and perceptions can be changed. We can learn to let go of societal expectations, heal from past trauma, and transform negative self-talk into positive affirmations. Remember, understanding these obstacles is the first step towards overcoming them. As we peel back the layers of these barriers, we get closer to the heart of who we truly are. And at the core, we find a person deserving of love, especially our own. Understanding these obstacles is the first step towards overcoming them. Now that we know the hurdles, how do we cultivate this elusive self-love? The pursuit of self-love is akin to tending a garden. It's not about reaching a destination, but embarking on a journey of self-discovery and acceptance. Firstly, let's talk about the importance of self-care. It's more than just bubble baths and spa days. It's about taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. This could mean ensuring you get enough sleep, eating nutritious food, or taking time to relax and recharge. It's about making yourself a priority and acknowledging that your needs matter. Next, we should explore the power of setting boundaries. This is a step that many overlook, yet it's crucial in cultivating self-love. Setting boundaries means respecting your own time, energy, and emotions. It's about saying no when you need to and not feeling guilty about it. It's about understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Now let's delve into the realm of challenging negative self-talk. This is a powerful tool in your self-love arsenal. It involves becoming aware of the negative things you tell yourself and actively working to change them. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," you say, "I can try my best." Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," you say, "I am enough just as I am." Remember, this journey of self-love is not a linear one. There will be days when you stumble, when you struggle, and that's okay. The key is to keep going, to keep striving, to dust yourself off and try again. Lastly, remember that self-love is a personal journey. What works for one person may not work for another. It's important to find what works for you and to remember that it's okay to take things at your own pace. Cultivating self-love is like tending a garden. It requires patience, care, and time. It's about nurturing yourself, about growing and blooming in your own time. So keep tending to your garden of self-love and watch as you flourish. So what have we learned about the quest for self-love? We've explored how crucial self-love is to our overall well-being. It's not just a buzzword, it's an essential part of our mental, emotional, and even physical health. We've also delved into how society and our own insecurities can often be barriers to achieving self-love. But it's not all doom and gloom. We've discovered that cultivating self-love is a journey, not a destination. It's about taking small but meaningful steps each day. Whether it's through self-care routines, setting boundaries, or practicing positive affirmations, every step counts. It's also about understanding and